Welcome to the Explainer. So today we're breaking down something that is honestly painfully common. You know the exact drill, right? You work your 40 hours a week, you pay your bills on time, you're doing everything supposedly right, so why does it somehow still leave you feeling completely stuck?
It feels exactly like you're just jogging on a treadmill. You're sweating, you're moving fast, but you're going absolutely nowhere. Well, here's the harsh truth that nobody really wants to say out loud. Your income, it isn't actually the problem. What's really keeping you broke are 5 invisible money mistakes. And the crazy part is, most people are making every single one of them right now without even realizing it.
Okay, let's dive right into this. We're going to dismantle these 5 specific traps today. The treadmill trap, earning without a system, buying liabilities, the risk of not investing, and using debt as income. And you'll definitely want to pay close attention to mistake number 5, because it could literally change the entire trajectory of your financial life.
All right, let's kick things off with mistake number 1, earning without a system.
Now, look at this staggering number. 60%, over 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck right now. And here's the real kicker. A massive chunk of those people earn over $100,000 a year. I mean, think about that. 6 figures and they are still broke at the end of the month. Why? Well, it's because money comes in, money goes out, and absolutely nobody is watching the door. They're earning without a plan. So here is the actual fix for that, the 50-30-20 rule. It's super simple. 50% of your income goes to your needs, 30% goes to your wants, and 20% goes straight to savings and investments. But, and this is absolutely crucial, the secret to this system is that it has to be automatic. Automating this whole shebang on payday before you can even touch the money essentially saves you from your own lack of discipline. Because let's be real, most of us budget with the best intentions on the first of the month and completely forget by the 5th. A system works even when your motivation doesn't. You don't need to be disciplined every single day, you just need to set it up once.
Moving right along to mistake number 2, buying liabilities, not assets.
Consider this defining rule from Robert Kiyosaki. He says, an asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out. And honestly, it really is that simple. That brand new car you just bought, it loses 20% of its value the second you drive it off the lot. And then, it costs you insurance and maintenance every single month. Your designer clothes, worth basically nothing the moment you cut the tags off. That financed brand new iPhone? Yeah, those are all just lifestyle upgrades dressed up as liabilities.
And this brilliantly illustrates the exact cost of those liabilities. A typical $700 monthly car payment is $8,400 a year going straight into a financial hole. But if you take that exact same $700 a month and put it into an index fund instead, well, in 10 years at a 10% average return, that becomes over $140,000. The wealthiest people out there, they drive used cars and live modestly. We have got to stop buying fading status and start buying compounding assets.
Okay, that brings us to mistake number 3, the risk of not investing. Check out that tiny sinking bank interest bar at just 0.5%. Meanwhile, inflation historically runs at about 3%. So, what does this actually mean? Well, if your money is just sitting in a traditional savings account, it is literally losing value every single year. You are getting poorer while sitting completely still. No way, right? But compare that to the S&P 500, which is just a simple index of the top 500 American companies that averages roughly 10% per year over the last century.
Which leads us to this massive number, $1 million. And you know what? You don't need to be some Wall Street genius picking individual stocks to hit this. Passively investing just $200 a month into a simple index fund from age 25 to 65 builds over $1 million. That's it. It just takes a small amount of money and a whole lot of patience. As they say, time in the market always beats timing the market.
All right, on to mistake number 4, using debt as income.
First up here, we really need to understand a very dangerous concept called lifestyle creep. This is when your income goes up and your spending just magically goes up to match it. You get a raise, so you buy a new car. You get a nice bonus, you book a fancy new vacation. Suddenly, you're earning more than ever but saving less than ever, and you end up bridging that gap with credit cards and financing apps.
Please remember this golden rule. If you can't afford it twice, you can't afford it once. Right now, Americans carry over $1 trillion in credit card debt with average interest rates well over 20%. Whether it's credit cards or those sneaky buy now, pay later apps, if you carry a balance, you are basically handing your hard-earned money straight into a banker's pocket. It's fine to use credit strategically for points or purchase protection, but always, always pay the full balance every single month. That is how you beat the bank at their own game.
Finally, we arrive at the fifth and final mistake. This is the crucial one that separates the merely comfortable from the truly wealthy: relying on one income.
The magic number here is 7. See, while the average American relies on one fragile paycheck from one employer, the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Think about it for a second. One paycheck is just one layoff, one automation shift, or one recession away from complete disaster. Honestly, the most dangerous financial position in the world isn't being broke. It's being comfortable with one employer holding all the power over your future.
So what do multiple streams actually look like in the real world? Well, it's your salary from your day job, sure. But it's also dividends from those index funds we talked about. It could be rental income from a property, or even just a spare room. It could be a side business, digital products you build once and sell forever, content creation, or affiliate marketing. True security comes from building a safety net of different income sources, so you don't depend on just one to survive.
But here is the absolutely crucial point. You absolutely do not need to build all 7 of these overnight. Actually, scratch that. You shouldn't even try. Notice this simple progression. You start with one single source. Then you focus on building just a $200 a month side income. And then you stack those streams over time. Generating even $200 a month on the side completely changes your mindset. It proves that you can generate wealth outside the standard 40-hour work week, and it dramatically opens up your options.
So I want to leave you with a final thought to reflect on today. Which of these 5 traps hit you the hardest? Was it the lack of an automated system? Buying liabilities? Maybe the fear of investing? Are you caught up in the debt trap or relying on just one fragile income stream? These invisible traps are built right into the system to keep money flowing away from you. But now that you can clearly see them, you have the power to break out. So what is the very first step you are going to take today to change your financial trajectory?